Welcome to Geology 330, Sustainability City Video. We're Team 1 and our city is Barcelona. I'm the presenter, Xu Wang. Let me introduce the roles of the rest of my teammates. Adam is responsible for the overview of Barcelona, the history of sustainability plan, and the institutional diversity of actors involved. Renzo is responsible for Barcelona's social and economic sustainability initiatives. Vijay is responsible for Barcelona's environmental sustainability initiatives. And Unisa is responsible for the missing from Barcelona's sustainability plan that would make it more sustainable, and ideas on how to improve that area. Barcelona is the capital of Catalonia, in the northeast of Spain. It is located between the Mediterranean Sea and the Pyrenean Mountains. According to the Tourism of Barcelona, the official tourism website of Barcelona, the Romans founded the city in the 1st century BC, and even today you can see a mix of ancient Roman and modern Catalan architecture. The city houses around 1.63 million residents and is a large, vibrant city known for its Catalan language and cultural and artistic history. According to the tourist guide Barcelona, many modern artists such as Gaudi, Dali, and Picasso has lived in Barcelona and its surrounding region and have left their mark on the city. Barcelona is also a significant economic hub in southern Europe and a major tourist destination worldwide. The city is so attractive that it has been plagued with over-tourism. For the past 15 years, since at least 2011, the city has taken important steps to implement sustainability initiatives, including becoming a greener city, conserving water, and promoting energy-efficient building and transportation. For example, according to Ada Colau Balano, the mayor of Barcelona in 2015, Barcelona decided to take another step along its path in the fight against climate change, with approval of a climate plan to prepare the city to meet the Paris Agreement. It has decided to do that meet the goals of 45% reduction in greenhouse gas emissions by 2030 and to turn the city into a carbon neutral city by 2050. To achieve that goal, the city has promoted electric vehicles use and invested in low carbon emissions public transportation. The city also aims to create an additional 1.6 km² green areas to improve air quality and preserve biodiversity. Many factors other than the city government have played a role in developing and implementing the climate plan for Barcelona. According to an annual monitoring report, the Barcelona City Council leads the climate plan effort and collaborates with other groups like the metropolitan area of Barcelona, which manages transport and urban planning. Universities such as the UPC also provide research support and emissions modeling. Non-governmental organizations also participate in this effort by holding the city accountable and organizing community initiatives. According to the City of Barcelona website, one example of a community initiative is the Climate Shelters in Schools project, where local schools vulnerable to excess heat were transformed with greenery, shading, and water features to reduce heat. Students and teachers were also involved in this climate resilience effort. Similarly, the city promotes citizen responsibility by involving residents in workshops and neighborhood sustainability projects. The climate plan is therefore a collaborative effort involving both the government and the residents. Building on Barcelona's rich history and ambitious sustainability vision, I've now explored how this leading city puts principles into action, focusing on its vital social and economic initiatives that makes the journey groundbreaking. Barcelona's climate plan is deeply committed to the people-first philosophy, enhancing all residents' well-being. According to Barcelona's climate plan, its no-cut policy safeguards essential utility access for vulnerable individuals, providing energy advice points across districts. The climate shelters in school projects, as mentioned before, transforms local schools into cool havens during heat waves. A 2023 report from Climate Adapt emphasized that these accessible shelters reduce heat-related illnesses and improve community well-being for vulnerable populations. Barcelona also created new employment opportunities within the green and circular economies, directly benefiting this group. Economically, Barcelona champions the social and solidarity economy, the SSE, a climate economy approach. As detailed by Metropolis, this tackles growing inequalities and income gaps across the city's diverse districts, reflecting a truly just economic model. The City Council significantly invests in SSE, empowering citizens to lead cooperative projects, according to the Metropolis case study. By 2016, Barcelona's SSE sector notably comprised 2,400 third sector organizations and 861 cooperatives, employing 53,000 people with 100,000 volunteers. Barcelona also pioneers ethical finance. In its 2025 article on ethical finance, the Barcelona City Council partners with ethical institutions as essential tools for social change, contrasting traditional banking, which is often criticized for its opacity. These partnerships align investment with sustainability and social equity goals, demonstrating how capital can serve the common good. Furthermore, Barcelona's climate plan outlines its zero waste strategy, aiming for massive waste reduction, recycling, and reuse, projected to create thousands of jobs in waste management and resource recovery. As you can see, Barcelona isn't just planning for a sustainable future, it's actively building one, ensuring economic vitality advances with social justice and the residents' well-being. This integrated approach makes Barcelona a truly exemplary city to live in. After discussing Barcelona's social and economic efforts, it is time to introduce its strong and practical steps to combat climate change through its climate plan from 2018 to 2030. As the plan outlines, the city aims to reduce greenhouse gases emissions by 45% by 2030 and become carbon neutral by 2050. A key pillar of the plan is to reduce emission at the source. According to Barcelona's energy report, emissions per person has decreased significantly, dropping from 3.2 to 2.08 tons of carbon dioxide between 1999 and 2014. However, emissions rose again in 2015 and 2016, highlighting the urgent need for ongoing action. To counter this, the city is working on transition away from fossil fuels and toward renewable energy. As of 2014, only 5.7% of Barcelona's primary energy came from renewables, while nearly 95% came from fossil fuels and nuclear sources. The plan lays out initiatives to increase solar energy in public spaces and to improve energy efficiency of municipal buildings. Based on projections from the Catalan Meteorological Service in the city's plan, Barcelona expects higher average temperatures and more extreme heat waves in the coming decades. According to the plan, wildlife species are in danger, beaches are at risk of recession, and pest invasions are more likely. These issues emphasize the need of action to combat climate change. The city is expanding green infrastructure to help reduce urban heat and improve thermal comfort. According to the plan, an additional 1.6 square kilometers of urban green space is being created, about 1 square meter per resident. Water conservation is also a key initiative. Due to expected reductions in rainfall, Barcelona forecasts a shortfall of potable water of up to 18 million cubic meters per year by 2050. To address this, the city is expanding its use of alternative water sources, including groundwater, grey water, and treated wastewater. The climate plan outlines how this reclaimed water will be used for parks, street cleaning, and industrial applications. The city is also preparing for an increased risk of flooding due to more intense rain events. With over 70% of Barcelona's surface now impermeable, the city has built 15 rainwater retention tanks and is promoting sustainable urban drainage systems to capture and filter runoff. Finally, Barcelona is protecting its coastline. Rising sea levels could reduce the usable area of some beaches by over 40%. In response, the city has already reinforced its beach with 700,000 cubic meters of sand and constructed protective dikes as part of the Barcelona Beach Stabilization Plan. Altogether, these efforts show that Barcelona is not just planning for the future, it is actively reshaping its environment to make the city more climate resilient and sustainable today. Barcelona's sustainability plan is ambitious, but it lacks details because it does not explain the economic investment needed to achieve its goals. For instance, what is the amount of spending needed to transition 94% of their energy supply from non-renewable sources to renewable energy? In line of Action 1, taking care of everyone, Barcelona promises to renovate facilities and homes to improve thermal insulation and install other sustainability improvements. The city is allocating €20,000 per household, but how many homes do they expect to see improvements? Easily, the cost could reach €20 million for just 1,000 homes. Where would this money come from? Will dues be paid upfront to contracted companies or financed over time? Money is a prerequisite for most sustainable developments, and without a clear, defined budget plan, Barcelona will likely face unexpected challenges in implementation. To remove the ambiguities of their economic situation, Barcelona's government should identify and rank their current sources of income, identify categories of current fixed cost that will be maintained until 2050, calculate the trend of total profit, identify what private companies they intend to contract for various improvement projects, and get estimates for projects of differing scales. These quick steps will give the government of Barcelona a vision of any monetary constraints it may face and estimate whether it needs to increase its profits to fund and meet its goal by 2050. Another step for the city's government is to implement green financing. As defined by Kulinski and his colleagues in their 2025 paper, green financing makes society more environmentally sustainable and ecologically minded by incentivizing eco-friendly business practices and projects while divesting from environmentally damaging actors. In this way, the government makes a stance on environmental development that attracts eco-minded businesses and investors to gradually transition society to carbon neutrality in the case of Barcelona. On a communal level, from Mancova and the Trends found in their 2018 paper, in the context of investing in businesses, 57% of millennials are willing to lose some of their expected return if that loss is then spent on socially responsible initiatives. With this investment model in place, Barcelona enforces sustainability with monetary power and social responsibility. This concludes the presentation of Barcelona on the topic of sustainability.